Hi, I'm Phyllis from southernfrugal.com. This afternoon we're going to make some quinoa. Let me show you that. There's the spelling, and this is the way it's pronounced. It's quinoa. I say quinoa, but you say quinoa. And what that is it's actually a seed. Now everybody thinks it's a grain, but it's not. It's a seed. And it's kin to the Spanish family. And of course, the quinoa is from South America, and it was used by the Inca civilization, and particularly Inca warriors. Now, when the Spanish came, they wanted all the quinoa gone because they used it, the Incas used it in a lot of their religious ceremonies, and at one point I think only the Inca warriors were even allowed to eat it. But it gave them a lot of energy. So anyway, it's rebirthed itself, and now we actually grow it in this country. So here's what it looks like. I've got to sneeze. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm not immune from the pollen even in my own home. It's bad. Anyway, so now we're going to cook this. Now the way you cook it is just really exactly like you cook rice, but there's one exception. On the quinoa, you need to wash it off before you cook it. If you don't, it's going to have a little bit of a bitter taste, so I always wash mine. Now, we got this at Whole Foods Market, but you can also buy it in Bilo now, and I'm sure Publix and a lot of other stores carry it. Now, when you buy it in the store, you'll, come in a little box kind of in the same place as rice and stuff like that in the grocery store. And the only one that Bilo had was a white one. But anyway, it says on the box that it's pre-washed. I still wash mine anyway because I don't want that bitter taste. But some people just cook it without washing it. But anyway, it cooks just like rice. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wash it. So I think I'm going to cook a couple of cups of this, and I'm probably going to use it in a salad today at lunchtime, and I'm also going to freeze some of it after I've cooked it. All right, there's 1 cup. Here's another cup. Let me give you a close-up of that. It's little fine seeds. Now, once water gets in it and it starts cooking, this little curlicue thing kind of comes out of it. I think it's like where the root's trying to start. Anyway, that's just part of the seed, and it's just loaded with protein. And this is the great thing about quinoa, is that it has all 9 amino acids, so it is absolutely a complete protein right on its own. It's right up there with meat, okay? Now, which is probably why it's gotten so popular recently. Now, when you wash it, I'll just show you the way I do it. Well, I won't take you over to the sink, but I'll tell you about it. So I put water I'll go ahead and put it in the pot, put water in there and kind of, wash it around a little bit. And here's the key. If you strain it in a strainer like that, those little seeds, a lot of them will go right through the strainer. So this is a coffee little thingamajig that came with a coffee pot we had years ago, and I just saved this little strainer. I've used it for a lot of things, but it's like a little nylon strainer. And so I just put that in there and then pour the quinoa through this and let it drain, and then add clean, fresh, I use filtered water. Alright, so I'm going to get this all clean and we'll be back. Okay, I've got the quinoa all washed, and I've actually got water in it. Now you want to cook it again just the same way you would cook rice. So I've got the same volume of water as I do the quinoa. So we're going to just bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to cut it down on low and simmer it for about 20 minutes, and it'll be ready. All right, we'll be back. Okay, the quinoa is done now, and I want to give you all a close-up of that. It's soaked up all the water. Can y'all see the little curlicues there? Now, I'll give you what this is my personal preference. Let me back off a minute. Hold on. Okay. I prefer the dark colored. I'm not sure if they call that red red quinoa or not, but I prefer it to the white because I think it's got it's got a nuttier taste and a little bit stronger taste. Now, this might be because when I get it at Bilo, it's the only kind they have is the kind that's pre-washed, so that might take some of the taste away. I'm not sure, but anyway, I love this. It's got a real nutty taste, and what I'm going to do today, I'm going to freeze it. Let me show you this. I'm going to freeze it in these ice trays, and I'm going to keep some out to put in our salad today, and I'm also going to keep some out to just spoon it in when I'm making the smoothie tomorrow morning. And again, it's just like rice. See how fluffy it is? Can y'all see that? See those little curlicues there? Now, let me taste of it for you. I'll do that. I'll just use a spoon. Okay. It has a little bit of a... Now, there's no salt or anything on this. In fact, let me just put a dab of salt on this little, just a touch. Y'all see that? It's got these little curlicues there. And I just love it, okay? It's got a little bit of a crunch to it. Now, it's great on salads, really great on salads. And it's also super good with rice. Now, of course, we use the jasmine rice. Look, we use the jasmine rice all the time. And I don't know why, I just love it. Combined with the jasmine rice, it's just super, super good. So anyway, I'm going to freeze this in the ice trays once it's cooled. And I think I've got enough to probably fill both ice trays. And I'm going to start using it in smoothies. Now, of course, in the smoothie, you're not going to be able to even tell it's in there. You're not going to taste it, but you're going to get that great protein. All right, I might just eat a little bowl of this before lunch. All right, so actually, why don't I come back and show you the salad, how we're going to serve it on the salad with the meal for today. So we'll be back in a little while. All right, the quinoa has cooled and I put it in my ice trays. Now, I just use the back of a spoon to kind of compact it in each little cubicle there. So I had enough for 2 full ice trays, and my plan is to, for sure, to use 1 of these cubes in the smoothie, possibly 2. And again, there's no salt or anything in that. But this is what we're going to have at lunch on the salad, and I used, I can't believe it's not butter and salt. It makes it absolutely delicious. So we're going to have a spinach salad, and I'm thawing out a casserole that I fixed those casseroles, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure, but anyway, I froze them, and so we're going to have that for lunch, and the salad and with the quinoa on it, and we'll see how that goes. So we'll be back when I get all this ready. Okay, we are ready to eat our main meal of the day. Here's the quinoa, some avocado, sliced tomato, vine ripened, and cucumber, and that's on a bed of baby spinach, organic. Here's a casserole. Now, I fixed this casserole, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and it's got beef, those no-yolk noodles, some cheese, peas, carrots, I think, and but anyway, I made it from a roast that was too tough, so I ground that roast up to smithereens and ended up making 3 casseroles. All right, we've got our iced tea. Here's my plate. Now, this is Activia vanilla yogurt with some fresh sliced strawberries, so that's our dessert. All right, we got a lot of food here. All right, so this is the way I'm serving the quinoa. And it's got, I can't believe it's not butter, and a little bit of salt. It's really, really good, very nutty. All right, so there it is. We will see y'all next time.